What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a super duper legend in the building today. Listen, this man here definitely helped change the sound of the DJ style as we know it right now. This man has been DJing from the 70s right up until now. He's been DJing on some of the biggest sound systems like Soul to Soul, Virgo, Kilimanjaro, and so much more. He put out crazy LPs from Studio One. You know, we have in the building today, we have the one and only Lone Ranger in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Enough respect to the massive band crew. Original veteran Pan Case Man count Lone Ranger, ain't no stranger. Positively bong, slong, buncha. Greetings.
Big up, boss. Trust me, just to hear that alone, that solidified the whole interview right there. That's when I knew I'm speaking to Mr. Ranger himself.
Yep, yes, signature.
You understand. All right. So on this program here, we like to take it right back and then bring it right to 2021. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So my first question, like always, is this. Where did you grow up and what introduced you to music in the first place?
Well, you know, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and at the age of I born 1958, and by 1963, you know, my mother went to England. The days when Jamaicans were rushing, the Windrush, those Jamaicans were going to England, but my mother was one of them that went early, and then she decided to send for her kids then. So by 1963, I was 5 years old. I headed to England, where I grew up with my mother and my two other brothers. I have more brothers, but by my mother's side, two brothers, Dennis Leroy Waldron, Richard Waldron, you know? And went school there, did everything there, beautiful life there in England, North London, Tottenham in 17. Yeah. And then by 1971, right at the end of the 60s, you know, when black people start get pressured and the racial thing turn up in England with the skinheads and the blacks and, you know, those that hear me I go school, my brother to carry me to school and pick me up from school because they will gang you and, you know, right. Well, that was the period of my mother tired of this tired of that now, so she decided to return back to Jamaica. So she decided to take the ship because, you know, back then time there, it's two ships leave Jamaica and go to England, Southampton. Okay. Is the TNB Gona and the Monster Rock. You remember them boat there? Them ship there?
Just heard of them right now.
Right. And at the time, there were two planes that went to England from Jamaica. Was BEA or BOAC.
Yes, those two I do remember for sure.
yeah. Well, when I was going, I flew by BEA, you know, British European Airways. But going back, about 3 hours a month and see, my mother took a cruise from Southampton, London, England here, all the way to Kingston Harbour, downtown Harbour there, before it closed down everything by 1971. And when we came there now by 1971, boom, the first place we stopped was a place off of Greenwich Street, 13 Greenwich Street, I think, 13 or 19, which is in a jungle right behind Ghost Town, right there, so. Yeah. And from this, you know, the mother tried to enroll me into school, which was very hard because there was no space. She tried Camperdown, she tried senior school, she tried Start, she tried Technical High, Kingston Tech, all full. And there was one open at a place called Vauxhall. That time was Vauxhall Junior Secondary School on the mountain, Windward Road, opposite Bellevue.
Okay.
Yeah, them call them those, yeah. So that's where. And to go in that school, you had to read to even enter. So there was a long line, and I was in line, you know, and everybody was reading, stuttering, box shuffling, and they were picking out and figuring out who to go where, who must go where. And when they came up to me, and they gave me a book to read, the book where they gave was Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling over. They said, "Oh, we got an Englishman here." So boom, right away, them put me in a 7th grade, 7A, top of the class of 7th grade. And in there, that classroom, that's where I met Bradley Miller, aka Johnny Ringo. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you understand? Yes. We went to school together in the same class, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, me and Ringo. So you understand a part of the story there. And then again, I was listening to the music. And the music, I'm hearing Uri and I'm hearing Jayo. The song when I get man, Mad and Irie. So what I used to do now, when my mother said me go to school now and give me my lunch money now, me just hold my lunch money and wait till break and walk go town, walk out to Randy's, walk out to Joe Gibbs, go on the car up at Chancery and Black Museum, Greg Isaac and Techniques, Winston Riley around there so. And buy out the whole of the U-Ride and buy the whole of the big U-M and buy an exercise book and go to my yard. And my mother not there, but just play them and write out every lyrics when she come, just lock down everything, she know where I go on. And practice them lyrics there till me know them by heart. Till me buck up my bridge in Chester now. Chester from the East Kingston there, original Dunkirk, Franklin Town, Beaumont Garden, all about. And him's the man we have a link. And him introduced me to a man named Tony Walcott.
Yeah.
And we said we're going to form a group, a singing group. Me are the lead singer, Tony Walcott. No, died the Alex man from a group named iFenders.
iFenders. And you were actually, you started out as a singer, not a DJ.
As a singer, yeah, I started as a singer. We recorded a tune for Channel 1 back in them time, they still. But what really happened now, here what happened now, that I used to go dance. Just I used to carry me go dance now. Look at dance them. And I listen to all man like Putty Roots, Crutches, some top DJ, a DJ live. And me done have my little Uri and Big U under my belt and me right out of my head ready to take on anybody. And one night, them go give me the mic. Who tell them to give me the mic? That's the starting of my career. Everybody say, what? So Chester look at me and say, no, you wait, man. Put the singing pan hold and DJ.
Okay, and then that's how it formed.
Yes, that's how it formed. And them time there, Carlton Livingston was the DJ. And I was the singer.
What?
And then we switch round and Carlton start singing and me start DJ from East Kingston out of Franklin Town from a song named Soul Express.
Wow, I would never guess that because I never knew Carlton started out as a DJ and then you were the singer and then you guys reversed it.
Reversed it, yes. Those days Carlton was working for the General Post Office, Jamaica government. He's a postman, Kingston too. Yeah. And Carlton can make amps. He's a technician. He bad them way there. And write enough tune. And most of Carlton's early tune them. Early tune on the LP. It's me harmonizing them, Remember that I tell you, no, I never told nobody this. Trotting through the jungle, all these tune rumors. I'm the one who's harmonizing. Nobody else. Me and Carlton do all these things together.
Fast. Listen, we just started this conversation and you're dropping crazy bombs on me. I don't think the people are really ready for this one yet.
All right.
Wow. Didn't know that. Okay, so then moving forward now, so then at this time when you decided to start the DJ now, did you get to a sound system first or you got to a studio first?
Well, it was a sound system first. It was a sound system first. And then from the sound system, from a sound system, you don't know who in the dance.
Yes.
Big time promoters, some people who listen to you. And most of the time after every dance, a lot of producers going to come to me and they want tune. But Chester kind of protect me from all of that. And Tony Walcott. And him draw for me. Him draw for Welton Irie. Him draw for Carlton Livingston. And we draw for Putty Roots. And every Sunday, we have to wait till this guy go to church and come back from church and take out him gramophone and take out some dub plate because him and Mr. Dad is so close. Him have nearly every dubplate, shoot one dubplate in a style and fashion.
Got you.
So we will go to his house Sunday like 1 o'clock, 5 of us. I must take out a dubplate and put it on a rhythm and say, Welton, sing pan, DJ pan that. And Welton have to find something go pan that. And say, Ranger, you, sing pan that. I mean, Ray, sing pan that. And Carlton Livingston, sing pan that. And Carlton, sing pan it. And Ray. And this I go and feel like about a good 2-3 months. Till one Sunday, them say, gentlemen, you hear me? We're heading to studio one next Sunday. We're going to carry to meet Mr. Dad.
And this is the big Cox and Dodds we're talking about here, which he had the big studio at this time here.
Sir Clement Dodd, 13 Brentford Road, Studio One, Music City. Yeah. And we went there one Sunday now. Just meeting Mr. Dad now, and all of us in the studio with him now, and him one thing Mr. Dad, you know, when you work, him let you pick your rhythm. Him say, you have the rhythm you want? Because you know him don't have everything, you know. So, well, the first one we picked was Mr. Basie. Chase Them Crazy. And then me and Welton did a combination on that. And then right after that, I did my single, The Answer, which is the first Lone Ranger tune that from out of Studio One, The Answer. Solo.
That was the first one as a solo because, yes, I know you and Welton actually started out. They kind of had you guys as a duo. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But you guys only recorded one song together, though.
No. We recorded Chase Them Crazy for Sir Coxon. We chased Big Fight for Channel 1. We did Professional. Me and Welton have a couple of tunes together. Yeah, man. And even right now, as me you speak, last week we were in the studio recording some live reading. So, and I'm going to talk about that yet still, but that is in the making.
Okay. Okay. So then you recorded this first song here, The Answer, for Studio One.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where did it go and what did it do for your career? What happened then?
Well, that started me off. It started me off and it opened a door where as a student artist, sit down and ride rhythm. Ride the version side. When I ride version side, me ride it, you know. Sit down on it, you know. And I'm the style. So Sir Clement Dad said, Ranger, you know what? We're going to create something, Lone Ranger on the other side of dub. You DJ 6 tune on the side there, and we're going to put the version on the other side. And we said, we could try it, experiment. And it worked. It became a classic.
That is one. Listen, that to me personally, that was the first time I've ever seen, heard, or knew anything about a Lone Ranger. Was that album there?
I tell you,
what I mean? The other side of dub. Yes,
the other side of dub.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so I was young.
What year are we speaking? What year are we speaking here?
This year we're talking about 1975, 76.
75, 76. Okay. And even before we move, did you have your name Lone Ranger at this time or you got it after?
This happened before I was even thinking about recording. This was when I used to DJ in about the Uri and the Daddy Rai stage. When I tell you about me, I write off lyrics and I put them in a book. And come in a Franklin Town and DJ pan Soul Express, sometime pan Arrows, sometime pan Merry Soul. And I catch my footage in. And everybody love how me attack and it bring out crowd. Yes. Right, that's what that happened.
Crazy. And so how did you get your name Lone Ranger?
Was playing in Rallington Town one night. I was playing on Soul Express. And we was playing against another sound from in the West. I can't remember the sound name, you know. But the other sound have a lot of DJs. And they were chopping up the place and go on and talk. And then when film time done and our song turn on, me remember a tune. It's like me just remember a tune with Clint Eastwood. Eastwood Brahma, that a Trinity brother, Junior Brahma. Trinity, DJ Trinity. Him have a brother named Clint Eastwood. Me and him sound alike, very much alike. Same style, same voice, pretty voice and thing. And him do a tune name. He say like him say, right now, be tougher than Dillinger, rougher than Trinity, harder than Eastwood. My name is Lone Ranger, that's why I act like a stranger. That just come out of my mouth just like that in the dance and the whole dance mash up. And from that, the name stick. But before that, I was going by the name of Jawaldron. which is my surname.
Got you.
Waljan. Yeah.
Okay. So
those are the days of Merry Soul and Soul Express.
So do you record any music under that name there, or it was only Lone Ranger you recorded under?
Just Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger. And the other two me do, otherwise I would put Anthony Waldron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, so you're on the sound now. So then now you have this Studio One album. It had a lot of classics on it now. So your career now, did you go back to sounds, or this took you to the sound, to really into the sound business?
But I'm going further the sound business, because remember, you know, we're talking about 1976, 77, and at the same time, remember, you know, Chester and Leon Sinmoy of the Thrill Seekers label, my original parent P, they were producers, and they have a lot of rhythm. And then them have the rhythm, the conversation rhythm. And me decide to write a tune on it. This is where I wrote Barnabas Collins. Barrington Levy did On My Way to Marley. John Thomas did Cricket, Lovely Cricket, and all of these were hit songs of 1979.
Yeah. No, because I know Barnabas Collins was a monster song.
Mash up the UK British chart. Mash up the whole by Europe, yeah. But Dark Shadows.
I remember seeing that album when I was much younger, and it was almost, to me, it looked scary, because if I remember, that was the one where you had like vampire teeth and some blood running down. Yes, it looks so scary to me those times.
Yes. But that picture, you see that picture? That picture there, why I took the picture like that, I'm showing you the modern day vampire that we don't drink, we don't bite and drink for nothing more. They don't have to be in the glass.
Okay, makes sense here. Yeah. What song did you get to first? Was it Virgo or Soul to Soul?
Well, after Soul Express, it was Soul to Soul.
How did you get to Soul to Soul?
All right, one night was DJing Express, but we had finished, not DJ, DJ working out in Franklin Town, and then we heard that a sound from Montego Bay was playing up by Lady Musgrave Road. A big sound with whole heap of equipment and pretty and clean and some big time people. So I say, all right, I'm going to take a trip and go up there. So me and Carlton and our little crew, we go check in Soul to Soul, and me at the dance, they stand up and a man come to me and say, "Are you named Lone Ranger?" And me say, "Yeah." Him say, "The boss want to talk to you." So I walk, which one the boss? And the boss say, "Are you named Lone?" I say, "Yeah, man." I say, "You the Barnabas Collins?" Him say, "Yeah." So him say, "You can DJ for me on the sound, yeah?" And I say, "Yeah, man, no problem." And I put it on and I DJ it and mash it the whole of the place. So him give me a number, say him get in touch with me. All right. Me there me yard now one day, and me a car blow outside, and I see peer police outside and flashing light and thing. And me look, me see the same man come out and knock me gate and call for me, and me go outside, him say, "Ranger, it's me. I'm Senior Superintendent Oliver Grandison, Central Police Station. You need to come down by the afternoon and have a talk with me." I say, "All right, cool." So, you know, them days that I ride, you know, I ride out a CD 175. And they may go down, they go check him up at Central Police Station, and the treatment and the smile from the detectives, everybody. I mean, don't know where I go, everybody happy and rare, and them showing officer me going there, and him say, "Ranger, where you go out with you know? I love that, you know. Right now, my DJ my sound, and you know we come from Montego Bay and we play every parish, but my DJ my sound. We tell him say me can't DJ because I talk a sound from Franklin Town. Him say not anymore. Him say not anymore. Him say not anymore. So I say, all right, boom bang. And we started to play 7 days a week from Monday to Sunday. And so me mash up the dance hall. Me records them I go number one. Me have 5, 6, 7 tunes on the top 10. 1979. Them say El Suzy Award, Lone Ranger DJ of the Year. DJ of the Year. And I'm Soul to Soul Champion Sound of the Year. And it was true Soul to Soul of the connection with Synergy Production, Tony Johnson, and Ronnie Burke from Reggae Sunsplash, why I end up opening up for Bob Marley 1979 and 1980 on Reggae Sunsplash.
Hold on. Don't gloss over that. You opened up for Bob Marley for 2 years on Sunsplash?
1979 and 80, I work on the same night. Yes, because when they call me, after they call me on stage, Bob was in a van sitting down with a little baby in him hand, whom I think is Junior Gang today. I think it was Junior Gang, yeah. And he say, all right. I'm say, yeah, man. That time I have on the Barnabas Soapit and then I go up on stage and lick up and just DJ two show me DJ Barnabas Calling and me DJ a tune named Engman Skanking, which was on a King Jammy's rhythm, Soul to Soul play. This was over sound system, not the band.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. And me mash up that. And next day, in the Star, me say, Lone Ranger captivate audience at Reggae Sunsplash. Me say, what? That's good. Yeah, man. And from that, man, me start DJ. Me start DJ, so go on DJ. And the Itzema come, 1981. Then from Soul to Soul now. Yes, a little problem arise with Soul to Soul. Because, as a big ranking officer, you have to penetrate the work. Them know why you have the other side business. So Mr. Grandison had to ease off for the scene and little bit and make the man them run it and things start get slack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we decided, well, all right, I moved to Virgo now. When we moved to Virgo, Welton was there working on Virgo. Welton was working with Stereophonic. You know the whole Welton story. Stereophonic come down and visit Sir John and come round. And me and Welton start DJ Virgo. Down a Portland catchy, where that's how we see Cockatee and give Cockatee mic. Yeah, because people say, I'm the era singer. And we say, all right, we give him a mic and we give him a mic and he mash up the place. And
say, this is on Virgo.
This is on Virgo, Portland catchy, yeah, man. And then after that, now we second lean from Virgo now, because I remember over there solo store, me da DJ Slackness, me da DJ Cultural. But my mouth was nasty from Soul to Soul. Yeah.
But remember, because a lot of people, I'm not sure if people are aware, when it came to Soul, they had three big heavy DJs that would pass through, which was you, Welton Irie, and Johnny Ringo. Yes, you guys were the three heavyweight DJs at that time running the place.
Yes.
But you guys were slap bad.
Yeah, very, very bad. And Echo, we not leave out Echo. We can't leave out General Echo.
From Stereophonic days. From
Stereophonic days and Echo tone him sound. Yes. Yes, we are.
Because originally his name was Rankin Slackness.
Rankin. And said you'd have two Rankin Slackness, Because the same Rankin Joe. Remember Rankin Joe from Real Symbolic days? Now, them days we are DJ Slackness. Him name Rankin Slackness too, from them time then.
Okay.
And Echo, they call Echo Rankin Slackness. But in name Echo still. But Joe the name Rankin Slackness before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that. Okay, before we're going to continue down that path 1 second, but there was one thing I forgot to ask you about. The same Barnabas Collins song. I heard Yellow Man do one also. Was that a counteraction for your song, or that was just a big up to your song?
It was a big up and a counteraction because he was with us too. Yellow Man was among us too back those days. Him and Fathead, we used to carry him go dance too, along with Beverly Riley, the producer, Winston Riley daughter. Yeah, we used to go on Maypen, Clarendon, me and Yellow Man and Fathead, we go about the place and DJ same way. So, through Yellow Man never start really DJ officially. He hear Barnabas Calling and fell in love with Barnabas Calling and say, well, you know what? I have to do a counteraction for this. Say, I am me kill Barney. And I think that same tune was produced by Lee and Sinmoy, the Twin Seekers label also, who did the original Barnabas Calling.
Okay. So it wasn't, even though it was a counteraction, it wasn't like a disrespect to your song. It was just a counteraction.
No. Right, it was just a counteraction, yeah. Because Barnabas kill everybody and bite everybody, so Yellow Man say, all right, I him a come to kill him with the state.
Crazy. No, because that's what I wanted to know, because again, what I find is a lot of music between like late 70s to like mid 80s, they just basically disappeared. Like you can't really I don't know what happened to that 7-year period of music. It just almost like it's missing. And you just come across certain things now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, so let's get back into this Virgo situation. Okay, so it's now you and Welton Irie are on Virgo.
Right.
Yeah.
And then right after that now, we have so much lyrics to fly and too much lyrics. I mean, when at the heat of the moment, there's so much confusion. Now, it's a confusion. But with us physical fit and energy, we need a song for ourselves. So, Welton went on to Gemini.
Yes.
And joined Ringo. Ringo was at Gemini. Because I had already give Ringo the name Ringo, because it's me name Ringo, you know, because I'm teacher.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, Ringo, when my DJ Express was from school, as I told you, from school days, he was always there. And when me a DJ, and Ringo, I take me in, and after the park dance, him see how much girls there and how much girls me I get on a ride out. Him said to me, you know, it's rain the morning for DJ. Want holy power man, you know. And Ringo, that was a girls man, know. And then we say, all right, come start my dance, man. And I go on DJ and Ray and some man will love him pen and him paper and him book. He's a very intelligent youth and him well bright, extra bright. Yeah, man, him have penmanship. Him can give 3 different handwriting. Him can flash, him can black, and him can script. Word. Yeah, man. So, and me and him write enough lyrics. So, enough of the time you hear me and him have a tune like Labor Ward. Ringo have a Labor Ward. Love Bomb. Ringo have a Love Bomb. Every whole tune, me and Ringo combine together. Because we always do things together from 19 oh long. Yeah. So, Ringo, and when Welton left Virgo now and went over to Gemini, go meet Ringo now, Welton added on the Johnny now. Welton put on the Johnny on the Ringo. Right?
Okay, so it was just Ringo before.
It was just Ringo.
Got you.
I named him Ringo. Yeah. And when Welton meet him at Gemini back the days together, and I'm a duo, Welton Irie and Johnny Ringo. So when you hear the Johnny Ringo, that was after him leave, Welton leave Virgo and me. I went to Gemini.
Got you. Okay, so at this time here, because I know at one point Virgo became the #1 sound in the country.
Yeah, man, 1980 and 81. Now, chart I and them time because the whole of the tune I got #1. The whole of the chart full up on my tune. Everywhere you go, you hear Lone Ranger on radio. If I dance all you go, a Lone Ranger dance, rap, dancers, cock, stage show, Lone Ranger, everything. They capture that era then.
1980 to 81. And okay, at this time, are you still recording music or you're more or less more focused on sound system?
I was doing everything. Recording, sound system, stage show. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're on Virgo, what were some of the songs that you actually recorded at that time there?
Virgo days, you have to talk about Rosemary, M16, going to that era.
I don't care. Listen.
Yeah, man. Channel 1 here in time, they maybe amongst Channel 1 and Techniques now and name up the place. Fist to Fist days done. Love Land. Yeah, man. Call it up. Wake up in the morning and me make an early budge. Me roll up my pants and me walk in the mud. Me take me basket. That's the tune there. Yeah. Enough for them.
You know what was one of my favorite songs too was Rosemary on the Techniques label. How did you get to them?
Huh?
How did you get the Techniques to even record that song?
Well, it's Techniques fine, you know, because I tell you, say, I mash up the sound, I mash up the dance, and the promoters, they want to know this guy to come record. So literally, everybody was running me down to record. Donovan Jeremy catch me early. The same Penthouse, Donovan Jeremy, yeah. I've done a tune for him in Jamaica and Cali back in the days too. Yeah,
what
man.
label was that?
Jeremian. The label Jeremian.
Got you. Before Penthouse.
Long before Penthouse. Long time. Then time German was working around by Miss Pat Duke Creek side, yeah, Bond Street. And that's where I vice that too.
Crazy. You brought up another name there, the M16. That album and that single. Crazy. Let's talk about it. How did you come up with that? What made you decide to record that album there, M16?
But M16? Because back in them days, and them there was a gun from Jamaica. And the US had them the assault rifle. I had a big gun at Jamaica in them time there. I remember it was buckshot and magnum. Yeah. And specials, 38 special and SLR. But when the M16, when the soldiers started SLR, this M16 man had trouble. A war upon them then. M16 at the gun.
And then you came up with
Bushmaster and chopper. Remember the police used to drive up on them with chopper. They look a Brent gun them with the strain of them. Yeah. When M16 come and all problems solved, them can face the bad man them.
I hear you. And even off of that same album there, the M16, Natty Burial was a big song off of that one there too.
Yeah, Natty Gonna Burial. Yeah, that come out of Peter Touch. Remember, you know, the burial Peter Touch. Yeah, and they were starting a sound clash lyrics and mash up the place. Yeah, man.
Crazy. And where did Love Bump fit in all of this? Did this come after or before?
Love Bump came 1980 because Barnabas was 79, Love Bump was 80, Rosemary was 81, and that's where my career took a change. 1981, the 18th of September 1981, that's where my career took a change.
What happened there?
Madison Square Garden and New York City was ready for the Lone Ranger. And I had to cut the dancehall business and went on a world tour. United States of America. It was me, Sammy Dredd, Tristan Palmer, Tony Tuff, and Louis Lepke. All of us left one time to perform at the Fed Forum in Manhattan and meet up on better management, a new management team named Sam Selkridge and the Caribbean Express. He was also the manager for Mighty Sparrow and the Calypsonian, all the top Calypsonian. So, you know, we were touring with Calypsonian right the whole North America, Canada, all the way up, come back down.
How long were you guys on tour for?
But I come out with them on tour forever, you know. Although someone will come back. Well, everything was going smooth throughout the 80s. And 1983, everything was going smooth because we made a power move. All of us made a move to England. First trip to England and mashed the place there. So again, we Trevor Walters did open for us and thing, you know, the big British singer there, big man, yeah, he was there. And then we went back to New York and the visas then run out. So someone was contemplating if them go back, then not get a chance to come back. Well, me, most of my family is there. My mother, my brother, my sister, everybody's in America. You understand? So, me the kind of stay on and start up myself and get my papers. But I was working straight, same way.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Louis Lepke had an unfortunate accident and him end up dead. Yeah.
Crazy. So then now you're in the States. You did this big tour, you end up in the States. So when you got to the States now, what sounds were you DJing on, or were more stage shows you were doing at this time here?
We were doing mostly stage show because under contract, we couldn't be working on the sound.
Okay.
We couldn't work on the sound. So what I had to do now, when I made a trip to Jamaica in 1985, 82, 85, I had to come for Nicodemus. I came for Nicodemus. I came down for him and got him at the visa and carry him up and bring Nicodemus up. And him started DJ Virgo while I was on tour because I couldn't touch my contract. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So boy, I meet up on the road about Nicodemus to control Virgo Hi-Fi and, you know, Papa Moke and General I Power, Fitzy, General from Long Island. Yeah. Our sound them there. Them this and Sir Tommy's.
Yes.
Days of Addis and LP International, Supreme. Yeah, man.
You know what you're talking about, that great New York era there. Okay, so then now you're DJing. How long did your contract last for you so you couldn't get to sounds?
Well, after a while, me kind of have other things we want to move on to, and the contract they hold it back. Yeah, so me just fling in that and just cut. And just cut and do my own thing. By that time he do that, the manager was so mad.
Yeah.
He was so mad because he didn't want to bring in immigration. He said, well, get an order and send me down. But through me smart at him, he never know, so me don't file and thing and have my take documents because me fly come to Jamaica. So he couldn't do me nothing, couldn't say nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made it for my own. And they set up for my own. Me know everybody. I know Coxon came to move from Jamaica and came to America at Fulton Street, where we have the studio, everything up there. So me and Coxon was always in touch. I was always recording. That was the time when Sir D called me in and top of the class. Better than them.
Yes.
Better than them. That album there. Yes. We recorded that album there. And we recorded top of the class. As you know. I'm the only DJ that have 3 albums out of studio one. No other artist.
3 DJ albums or just three as a DJ or as a singer?
3 DJ albums.
So there's no other singer or DJ that has 3 albums from Studio One.
No other DJ.
Crazy.
No other DJ. No other DJ.
Because the thing with it, how many with even DJs? Because I know back then DJs weren't really, they didn't record a lot of DJs. They were more or less recording a lot of singers.
Right.
So how did Coxon even say, you know what, come let me record you as a DJ?
Because him here, and then because him friend Tony Walcott, as I told you about Tony Walcott, is an excellent tutor. So when Tony Walcott bring us to Coxon, we didn't even have the audition. We went straight in the studio.
Yeah.
And Coxon went me vice, Welton vice, Carlton Livingston vice, and we did enough tune for there. Screwgun and North Coast, 3 Miles Skank, all those early studio one with singles, not a Dread Ghana, Foreigner, all these. When I don't know, Coxon said, what's your name? And I said, well, me alone range, I know. And he said, well, you Carlton Livingston, you're Carlton Livingston. Where you name? And he said, Welton. He said, Welton. He said, no, man, that's too dry. Yeah. Welton, Irie. All right. You name Welton Irie. So Coxon's the man that named Welton Irie. And Welton Irie is the first Irie. Okay. In the DJ business. It's Coxon give him that name.
You learn something new every day. Every day. Wow. Okay. So then now you're in the States, you're on your own now, doing your own stuff. So what were some other stuff that you started to do now?
DJing and sound system and went to Japan, meet up with Bullwackies. Bullwackies. And 1987 got a Japan tour, Japan Splash 87. And me and Mikey Jarrett, Coolsy Miller, Major Irie, and Santa Rankin. Went on a Japan tour, 87.
How was that tour? Especially now this is the 80s, so there's no internet. They might get some cassettes and stuff. What was the reception like in Japan in the 80s for a DJ at that too?
Mad, them love it, crazy. Them, we notice in Japan, every time we go to Japan, I notice the culture between Jamaica and Japan is very similar, Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's similar. And also food part me a little different, but them love them better, but too, when them eat something will be Jamaican not eat. But the very simple side of it, yeah, man.
Okay, big Japan, you did that. And then did you go to Europe at this time here yet?
Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Europe before. I forgot back up. I forgot way back before. Oh, God. I forgot back up. Going back to 1979. Oh, I forgot that part of the story.
No problem.
Going back to 1979, when Barnabas Collins mashed up the place, and me a chat on Virgo. 1979, 80 this. 80. Guys, Virgo, me depend. 80. Virgo play at 82 Chisholm Avenue, which is Sugar Mine at Yard. And the dance, rum! And when we go in the dance, I hold the mic and a DJ now. They come like every tune the DJ. The crowd ball forward and beat down the fence, and the fence drop a ground. And the dance just stop. And the people, everybody run and put up at the fence. And we start DJ again. And then beat down the fence and it jump again. And this went on all night. And I'm like, wow. So when the dance done now, I'm about to ride out. I said, this is a white lady come to me and said, are you Lone Ranger? I said, yes. She said, my name is Helen Lee, and she's from France. She said, what I said you do tonight, if I took you to France, could you think you could do that? I said, sure. And she gave me the link. And then she went out. In space of a month, 2 months, Helen Lee was back ready to move me, carry me to France. And a sound system thing. Me and Chester, I don't remember. I was a carry Chester, my sidekick. When you go on Friday, the good when you go on Friday, it's hard to go by yourself. You know, you need a friend or a companion, somebody a little second, and they could go for. So if you don't feel if it moves up and down, you can send a man there, here, and everywhere, and you go on easy. You understand? Yeah. Well, that's some I think they do.
And what song did you go there with?
And then we went up to France now, and then they booked a couple of gigs on show, and we were doing them. And then only to realize that my album, the Barnabas album, was released in France by Islands Record Company, Islands Phonogram. You know, Islands of Bob Marley. They were the one that were putting out there. And they did a good work of it. Then bust it international world. Yeah. So that opened a lot of doors for me. I recorded for Warner Brothers. WEA Music back in them days, it's 1979. We form a band, we tour upon band. Yeah. But I love the sound system.
Yes. What was the thing there? What album did you actually record for? Or was it songs or singles that you recorded for Warner Brothers?
Singles, you know. I'm going to tell you the truth. I remember somebody name them, you know. Because I know me at work, you know, I write song, I play song, I move, you know? Yeah. One of them named Fever. Fever, a Jungle Fever for Warner Brothers. Yeah. But lately, later albums on that, what I did for Timex Company in France, Paris, where I did a lot of work. They have a catalog with Lone Ranger also, Lone Ranger and Carlton Livingston.
Crazy. And you said when you went to Europe, it was sound system. It was a sound that they had out there, or you took the sound with you?
It was like a club sound. Club sound. And we would take charge of the disco booth, and I would DJ in there, and Chester would select, not really worrying if them see you or not, but they knew the tune. So they knew the tune because you had some big record store in Paris at the time. You had Concrete Jungle, and then again, Bob Marley was touring, Toots was touring, the Gladiators was touring, the Congos was touring, Burning Spear were touring Europe like crazy. So reggae music was alive like madness back them time then. Yeah.
That's wild. So Europe, you got into Europe from early. You were one of the
very early. Yeah. Yeah. And one of my daughter in Europe too, you know. And she's into music too, so yeah, different story.
I got you. Nah, man. I didn't realize that that you got into the Europe scene so early, because I thought Europe really started to get warm like in the 90s. I didn't realize it was from the 70s.
I'm the first DJ that go to Europe and DJ sound system. I brought it to France. It's Lone Ranger. And they know it too. They will tell you.
Yeah. Crazy. Because even one thing you said when you were in France, it's like you were in the DJ booth and it didn't really matter if they saw you or not. Because I seen a 83, I think, Prince Jammies. Yeah. You were on it and Danny Dread was selected. But the funny thing with it, you guys were facing the opposite way of the crowd. You weren't looking at the crowd. The crowd was looking at your back.
1982. Remember I just told you when I came to Jamaica in 82? Yes. When I came, Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation, JBC, came to the house and said, Lone Ranger, we know you just came, because I just came off the plane. I have just came off the plane. And they came to the house and said, I don't know how they know I was coming, but they set it up and invite me to come to do that. I didn't know about no posters. I didn't even know about it. And, you know, through me and Danny Dread link all the while, and we have Eversonic Gans in time, we create the same thing more time as, you know the thing go, uniform. And I sort of end up and go right there and smash that thing that just come. Yeah, 1982, Almantown.
And Peter Metro was on the dancer too, and there was a little kid that you were kind
Peter
of
Metro was there, and El Fligo Barker. El Fligo Barker,
Yes.
the one that DJ before Peter Metro. And that little youth, I don't remember who he is, but he's supposed to be a big man now. I often wonder what happened to that youth, where he is today. But I see a picture with a man who look just like him, but I'm not sure it's him because he didn't provide no name or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, you're in the States, you're moving around, you're doing your thing, you recorded some albums up there and on sound systems. So at what point did you decide that it's better to move back to Jamaica to do whatever you want to do?
Well, you have no. Get Jamaica, the America, and get involved in some little rare. Don't say rare, I'm not going night,
Okay.
And got into some little trouble and thing and same end up back at Jamaica. Right? Yeah, end up back at Jamaica, but while on the rock, let me say, while on the rock, me write that song, Now the Gate Fly. The studio one.
Yeah.
You remember that tune?
Big tune.
And the Delroy Wilson rhythm. Now the gate fly, tell me where them a go try. Dallas me a look and me now give no lie. From my guy slip. How can I love someone? That rhythm there?
Yes.
And that was the first song I did for Coxon, returning back to Jamaica. And he released it, madness again, big tune again, mash the place. Every time I go to Europe I do dance on stage, so I have to do that tune. I don't even love it.
And what year did you come back to Jamaica?
January 6, 1998.
Your memory is good, boss. I can't lie. You when it comes to dates.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you get it. Okay, so then you came down. You recorded the song for Studio One, but at this time when you came back to Jamaica, the whole scene had changed. Nobody really is DJing that style. Sound system isn't around that way or whatsoever. How did you find back your way to really solidify yourself back in the business at that time there?
When I just come back and everything changed. And you see, the question we see a while ago, Beverly Riley said that to me, she said, Ranger, you come back here now, the style, everything changed. Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to try DJ like them, I said, Bev, no, I'm not DJ like them, my DJ like Lone Ranger. So, what we do now, we just revise all of my songs, because all of my songs is out there in LP and 45. So I get back all my songs, the one that I couldn't find, I couldn't hear, and the one that I had forgotten about, and just do limited. I just revise back the whole of my catalog and get back the whole of my rhythm them. Yeah, and I ask Serdi, I ask Mr. Dad, because you know me I do my dub and thing. When I want a rhythm, me go to Serdi and I say, all right, Ranger, see the rhythm here. Please don't give anybody my rhythm. And I say, all right. So I have a problem getting back my rhythm tracks them to do my work. Serdi help me out with that. Yeah, man. And me did I go on. What was the question I saying? My mind slipped me a while ago.
No, that when you came back to Jamaica now, how you really found back your place in the business because everything had changed at this point here.
Okay, yeah, man. So after that, now, after that, Carlton Livingston fly down, him fly down every minute, come check with me, I say me all right and rare and we write up with tune and then him start to voice for Dean Fraser, do a couple of tune for Fatis Burrell, and him voice Bobby Digital and me have voice up back for Winston Riley and some independent producer, local and keep my style and DJ my same original rubber dub style. And it's by doing that I realized that although I wasn't here in Jamaica, my fans and people who did love my style and never thought they would ever hear it again. When them here come back to Jamaica and start DJing them, they come back out because them love the style. And it's only my style can pull out certain people come back out in the dance. The elders not my era. I don't know it go.
Well,
and it automatically kind of start to take over until even them young youth are about Lone Ranger because my name always a ring, always a ring. And then you have the Rebel Salute now. Tony Rebel is a good friend of mine too. job me for Rebel Salute. Every minute he put me on it and freshen the people in mind and the radio stations. And well, my tune was always played. My tunes play always, you know that. Me have my hit songs and play every day on radio station worldwide. So the name wasn't entirely forgotten at the style.
One good thing that you did was to say, listen, I'm not going to try to jump in any new style. I'm going to stick to my original style. And that's what kept you going all these years.
Authenticity. Yes, authenticity. And when him hear me, them say, but him don't sound. But him sound same way. Him not look at him not look, oh, him you see, you understand? Yeah.
Okay. Big. There's 3 names that you brought up in this conversation so far, which was Coxsone, Johnny Ringo, and U-Roy. All right.
Yeah.
The last one, yes. Okay. But the last one to really pass away, was U-Roy. Okay.
Yeah.
What did U-Roy, Coxsone, and Johnny Ringo really mean to you? And was there any special moments that you could think of that you shared with them that you'll never forget?
Why Daddy Roy mean the world to me, man? Because if it wasn't him, but Daddy Roy great. Because you happen know. Why I say Daddy Roy great though? When I left England, you know, I'm come to Vauxhall, I go Vauxhall. I play football for Vauxhall and I get a scholarship. I got football scholarship from Florizel, Glasgow. I got three trophy and a scholarship to play for Jamaica College. And all 1976 Vauxhall won Scotiabank champion, Scotiabank county champion, Scotiabank All Ireland champion, and we all got scholarship as footballers coming, And then by that time, when I was supposed to start lining up myself to go to Jamaica College now, my tuning was taking off 1979, coming from left school 76, so by 77, 78, I'm still in school. But my tunes and we're going hits and rare, and I decided to sure, I stick with this music. I'm gonna cut school right. I don't want to take the scholarship. I'm gonna go school. I just stay in the music business. I work Sunday to Sunday. I record. I travel. Me even get a scholarship from school again. Got little theater, drama. I got the scholarship from Leonie Forbes, First Lady of Jamaica, First Lady drama.
Okay.
And I went there one time, look around, and I didn't go back because of this music. And the music just keep taking me away from the things that I wanted to do. Because the music, for me, the music was a hobby. It was my career. Because me love medical thing, I wanted to be a chemist or a doctor, and them things they was studying. And right now I'm an ECG technician by New York State, certified. Because when 1981, when we go to New York, on the Madison Square Garden tour, and me and Sammy and all the way, where we do the show up on weekends. Weekends we leave out Friday, and we don't come back till Monday, because we tour bus and show, and we just move to city to city. When we come back from that now, and during the week now, I find I have nothing to do. So when we do now, we take some of my money now and enroll in Allen School of Physician and in Queens, New York, and study ECG, get my thing and make go on my stethoscope and go to school and do practical material and I pass and I get my diploma and I have that. And I put on that. I just love the medical field. Not the music. Keep taking away everything that I want to do. The music keep taking it away and giving me what I want. So I said, sure, anything. I'm music.
Crazy. So as I say,
my hobby became my career.
Yes, as I said, give me one special moment that you shared with U-Roy in particular.
Well, all right. Back in New York now, when Sturgaf just a come New York. A blacker, Delroy Campbell, bring Sturgaf from New York for the first time. Daddy Roy Bridge in there. And there was some problem between Josie Wheeler, Charlie Chaplin. I think some papers never come in time or some delayed it go on. And Daddy Roy, they have 2 dates. One in the Bronx, White Plain Roads, between 211 and 212, where mother live by the train line, and one up in the Grand Concourse, 163rd and Nelson, and one at Connecticut, And him need DJ. And me there my yard at Brooklyn and here, and me and my bell ring and me look out there now. I think Tristan was around me at the time. Tristan was here. And when me look, me see Daddy Roy and Indian. And the man Daddy Roy tell me, say, why Ranger? I know, I hear him star. And so I'm playing, what the man don't make it, So, and I love that. If I can talk to me, I'm glad, because if you don't talk to somebody, me pack it up and go back up Jamaica, So me say, all right, Daddy, right, no problem. Me talk, me DJ, man, and him calling you Brown. And I want to tell you, say, if you look on Facebook right now, you see a picture, a very young picture with me and you Brown and Daddy Right stand up on Lincoln Road and Flatbush. That was picture was taken the same day. So we say, all right, and me and Daddy Roy and you Brown, we went on the road up at White Plains Road and mash up that and Daddy Roy nice, man. It's just nice to be around him. Daddy Roy, you learn so much when you're around him, because when Daddy Roy DJ, I'm normal voice him talking, Daddy Roy don't make voice,
Yeah.
Him just talk and you play a rhythm and my DJ. I'm used to love hear him talk. Him sing, him sing J talk. Just like Irie. But Irie can be different. Irie lyrics bossy. Too sweet.
And okay, unforgettable moment with Mr. Surdy.
I was always round by him. When it comes to experimenting with pseudo and rhythm, I want to try something. Him just give me a phone call. Ranger, come check me. And when we go to the studio, say, so what I'm Surdy? Him say, well, I think a couple of them want to try see how it can work. And I say, boom, and him say, all right, you go try it, Ranger. And I say, yeah, man. And just pull out a jar weed, give me and back the whole quarter bottle of white rum and we beat two juice and play rhythm track. And that was fun to be around Surdy and Courtney dad. And even Carol dad. But although Carol was always around the front, taking care of business. Surdy and Courtney dad and me always around the back in the studio, doing something, creating or experimenting. Well, you see, talking about experimenting, you see the last album I did for Studio One, Top of the Class, that is an experimental album. There's so many different things. I don't know what. That was just an experimental album. You get different things, but you get computer, you get regular 2-track 1 card, you get some different mix. It was an experimental album. Nice.
Yeah, big. And the last one there I was asking about was Johnny Ringo, a special moment with Johnny Ringo.
We have so much, many all over the place. Oh God, Johnny Ringo. I like Johnny Ringo. We go and dance. Writing, we were writing lyrics full of idea. Anything me say, he must say. Anything me know. Yeah, man. Anything with me and Ringo, man. The boy, man. Missing,
Yeah, trust me. It's when you've been in this business for so long, you've seen so many things, you've met so many people along the way. It's just there's so many memories that it's so hard to think sometimes.
True.
You understand?
Yes.
I got 2 questions before I get you out of here, all right?
Yeah.
Your ad-lib style, all right? Because you invented a lot of these rebates and all of these stuff here. Where do you come up with that?
I'm glad you asked me that now, because I don't know, And when I do it, I didn't know I'm going to do it. It's when I'm DJing, it just come in. That's why when I'm DJing, most of the time, when I'm DJing, I'll dub or record in the studio. And me go down and me do a tune, and the man say, run that back. And me run it back. Them say, Ranger, but you left out that. And I could have go back 99 times at different ad be going get, because I do not control it. It just is something that just come out of me. Like when I talk to them, I say, right, boom shot, yes I, red eye, Return of the Jedi, Them things that just come out, I don't know what sequence them coming out into, but I know when them come in between spaces, not interacting with the lyrics. Them some little joke, check, point check, ear, there, to keep the rhythm up, keep the voice up, keep the tempo. I wonder if you understand me.
I 1000% get you without any explanation. I understand 100% what you mean.
All right, good.
You understand? Crazy. And I know in 2018, you had gotten a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Jamaican Music Association.
Yeah, man.
How did that feel to get that?
Wow, I tell you, man, because me just come off a tour from France. Just come off a tour from France, you know. And reaching me out, and I got a call from the president of the Boxing Association, Mr. Kingsley Goodison. And Mr. Ranger, been trying to get you for such a while. I said, when me up on tour, I say, what happened? I say, something coming up for you, you know. They order a lifetime achievement award for you, you know. So I say, yeah, I say, where? Up by Curfew Place. Mr. Curfew Place, I said, you mean the same place that I got DJ of the year 1979. The same place again. Is where, and then a lot of ministers were there. They started 2 weeks worth of promotion on the radio and TV. Me, some other artists who was also promoting to get a lifetime achievement award. Mr. PJ Patterson was there. Mr. the British Asuma Lamba and Mr. Couple ministers were there. Couple ministers was there, and the award was presented and got me trophy and got me certificate and did a couple of tunes. Yeah, man. Nice. Keith Goodison, the Goodison Love Shack, you know, the big man them of the music industries, they were there. Yes. Nice.
Big. Last one I have.
Yeah,
continue. That
was a point that made me reach a point in my music career. That's one of my highest points there. Getting that award, I felt it kind of made me feel comfortable. That my work didn't go in vain. It wasn't unseen.
Listen, it's almost like you're in my mind, because my last question for you was going to be, what's been the highest point in your career, and then what's been the lowest point in your career?
The highest point in my career is right now. Because I go on bad. I don't know how comes me do it, you know, but I don't know how me do it, but me do it. Me depend tap the energy up. Me don't know how me done. Me say, Father God bless me with the eternal youth. Me don't look like me I get old, you know. Yeah, I'm always touring. I have fans and friends all over the world. My lowest point was in New York. I was going to get a little party in because sure. I'm going to tell you so you can understand where I'm going. My lowest part was one point in New York. Back in the era, early part there, when partying was about drugs. About either you're snorting some coke in a dollar paper, or you're smoking some oud, or you're smoking pipe, or you're doing some form of drugs. Yeah. At one point, I get caught up in that. Yeah. At one point, I get caught up in that, and I thought, if I never strong, yeah, I tell you. But, you know, I pull through, I get over that, and come back, I return.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So.
Big boss. Crazy conversation, boss. I've learned so much about the Ranger, and thank you so very much for sitting down and doing this for me, because I'll tell you the truth. The amount of people that ask me, say, hey, when are you getting Lone Ranger on the show? We want to hear from Lone Ranger. And here he is right now. You know what I mean? Yes, man, definitely. Before I get you out of here, leave us with something. Leave us with one of your big songs.
Hey, Slick Chick was Fenzik. Now here comes the musical list coming from out of my musical cocoa basket. Right. A ziddly bang, slang, bim. A ziddly bang, slang, Emerald Star. Right. Let me tell you about a girl I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. Now in the morning when the sun comes up, she gives me coffee in my favorite cup, and I know, oh yes I know, wow, hallelujah, and I love her so. Right. Ziddly bang, slang, boom. Ziddly bang, slang. How you mean? Right. Beyond the mountain said the lies of valley. Beyond the valley said the lies of sea. Beyond the sea the lies of my baby. I said her name is Rosemary. Rosemary. Oh, no, I would have never let you go. Right? Oink. A ziddly bang, slang. Boom shot. Tell about it. Lone Ranger was stranger.
Boss. If they want to check out anything you have coming up, leave some contact information if you're on social media or whatever contacts you have, so they could check out what the Ranger has coming up.
Yeah. Well, you don't know, I'm on Facebook as Anthony Waldron. Do not put up Lone Ranger, Because if you put Lone Ranger, you guys see a amount of white man and Indian and all sort of people in Lone Ranger. You must put up Anthony Waldron from a Facebook page. And if you want to find my music on YouTube, you must put Lone Ranger reggae albums. Or Lone Ranger reggae this or reggae that. But put reggae, because if you don't put reggae, you're going to find a lot of Lone Rangers. All right? And you can contact me, you can contact me too, as well. 876, which is Jamaica era code. 854 4255. Right. Yeah, man.
Big Boss, thank you so very much for this conversation. As I said, this one is one for the books. I've learned so much. I felt like I lived, because in the 70s, I was born 75. So I was 2, 3, 4 when all of this was going on.
Young. It's all right. I don't know. You have to start somewhere.
Exactly. Trust me. And a lot of people are going to enjoy this one here too. Thank you so very much. You know what? Before I even give you an outro, is there anybody you want to big up? Anybody, shout outs, anything? The floor is yours right now.
Well, I want to big up all my fans them from Canada. A long time we come to Canada. Big up the Toronto Massive. Big up the Montreal Massive. I want to big up Andrew Stephen, a man that made an attempt, carry on tour in Canada already. Yeah, man. And the Jamaican Massive and crew, who know we. Enough respect. See? Right. Boom shot.
Wow. Just like that, let me give you an outro and get you out of here, because this was epic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinemusichut.com.